great nation this is. My name is Ruth. I'm currently the Oakland County Clerk, and I want to be your next Secretary of State. I'm just like you, an ordinary citizen that years and years ago got mad at my government. I spoke out as a citizen, and I went against a foreign corporation my government wanted to put in our neighborhood to bring toxic and hazardous waste over the largest aquifer in Michigan, which would have contaminated tens of thousands of families' wells. I knew I had to speak up. Following in the footsteps of our forefathers, I did, and we stopped that company from ruining our water supplies. And so began a career for me of activism to bring more freedom to our families, less government spending, lower taxes, and accountability from our government. As a reformer, I have been exposing government fraud for many years now and government waste. And this year, I uncovered a despicable fraud where liberal activists tried to take what you're doing and deceive voters with the fake Tea Party. Few people set out to get fake candidates, run a fake convention, fill out false paperwork, and manipulate people into thinking that they represent you and everything that you stand for. It's terrible to deceive the public in this manner, so I went to work. Now the Oakland County Sheriff has investigated, and there is a grand jury, a one-person grand jury that's been impaneled in Oakland County. And we will get to the bottom of fraud and deception. My opponent in the Secretary of State's race, her Director of Operations earlier this year is one of the prime suspects. She also will tell you what she stands for. And when you look on the website, and you have to go further back than just the most recent one, George Soros and the SOS Project, if you look at it now, what they've put out recently, you won't see this. But if you go back, I went back 11 pages on Yahoo. Let me tell you what George Soros, who has endorsed and supported in his SOS Project, has given my opponent thousands of dollars, part of her over $130,000 from out of state. Here's what she says she stands for, but that's not what she's telling people now. Number 5, photo ID laws must be opposed. That's the pledge she took. She says the other pledge is election day registration should be endorsed and actively supported. The other thing, she wrote a paper called Harvard Civil Rights, Civil Liberties Law Review, Voter Fraud or Voter Defrauded. She says, photo identification laws burdensome citizens' ability to exercise their constitutional right to vote. These laws thus threaten to have a detrimental effect on our democracy. I'll tell you what has a detrimental effect on our democracy. In 2008, we had 102.5% of the electorate registered to vote in this state. 102.5. If you don't have to show your photo ID when you vote, and you have same-day registration, she will open the door to fraud in Michigan, voter fraud, and we cannot stand for it. I have to thank each of you for everything you're doing to hold elected officials accountable and to keep our country's leaders from spending more and delivering less. This system is made to manipulate through deception and fraud by liberal interests who seek to stop your efforts. They have to be stopped. We won't let them. We will not let them deceive us. We will not let them tell us the fake Tea Party stands for what we stand for. We stand for liberty. We stand for our Constitution. We stand for a great nation. We have to keep working together. We must never stop. Let's continue to fight for a strong nation with more freedom, less government spending, and more liberty. I'm asking all of you for the support and the help for the people that have been up here that will stand up for your rights, that will stand up for our Constitution, that will stand up for freedom and liberty. We need you now, and we need you November 2nd. Please make sure your friends and neighbors exercise their right to vote. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful, 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 wonderful organizations and people that are willing to stand up for what's right and willing to take time out of your day to be here and willing to fight for what's right. You are our defending fathers. Thank you so much for letting me be here today.